Well, hey, everyone. Good morning. Happy Monday. Yeah, it is May 11th, 2026. This is the Blue Gamer Bluecast Morning Show. I'm your host, Adam Blue, 30 plus year video game enthusiast and industry analyst. And yeah, today we'll go over what I did this weekend gaming wise, any new news. Also, a review of the Mortal Kombat 2 movie. I happened to catch that this weekend, so I'll be talking about that. But until then, morning, everyone. Hope you're all doing good. But you know what? Wait, let me think real quick because I'm going to talk about what games I've been playing. Let me get this off. It's getting a little warmer. It's kind of cold sometimes in the morning. We're about what I've been playing. Got some news. Yeah, oh yeah, and I got this Band-Aid. I stabbed myself yet again cleaning the garage. I tend to do that often. It's almost clean. It's really clean. I'm getting it in the shape I need to so I can have my drum set back out again. That's what I'm excited about. So, yeah, let's go to this. So, all right. So I caught Mortal Kombat 2 this weekend. Saw it with my wife and my brother, the kids. They didn't seem too interested because they had options, right, of doing other things, and they preferred to do the other things. So I don't know if that's just because they don't know it that well. For me, am I seeing it because nostalgia? How much of it comes across like an MCU film? And so yeah, here's the thing. The trailers for this Mortal Kombat 2 movie were awesome. The first movie was pretty lame in my opinion. I was excited to see it. I saw it. It had awesome ideas, but they just didn't coalesce into anything substantial for me. Mortal Kombat 2, on the other hand, trailers were even more bonkers and awesome. But watching the movie, it didn't seem to capture that excitement and feeling I got from the trailer. In fact, and again, this doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It just came off as more of like a safe MCU movie. Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat. Safe. Well, there are fatalities and there's blood, but it didn't seem to be that much, that often. And even the fatalities were pretty quick and not too, I don't know. I think they really toned that down a bit again to kind of fit this like MCU thing going on. I think it did a great job with tone. I think that's where they kind of nailed being able to take, hey, MCU films do the humor thing for the whole wide mainstream audience while keeping the lore intact. And yeah, I would say in that regard, I keep compared to MCU films, it's better than a typical MCU film because the humor is good, it's funny, and the action is awesome. There's so many call outs to the games in this. The combat, the fight scenes, the way they set up a fight, the reason for characters to fight each other. This is probably the best way, almost like, how do I explain? It's like it's not the best and most compelling story, but the story is perfectly fine to as a vehicle to allow then these matches, these fighting matches to happen. The designs of the sets, whether the CGI, whatever, straight from the games. There were so many different areas that the actors, characters, whatever, were fighting in that were pulled straight from the games. Even the moves the characters are doing. Raiden does that, and I forget what it's called, where he goes and flies forward. All the characters are doing the moves that you even like the cheap moves, like disappearing, reappearing somewhere else, and kicking, like the little things like that throughout made it interesting. So, and there were times where it was exposition heavy, where I felt like I don't know how much that was filler or how much they just didn't really know how to write the character arcs. So there's like scenes with like Johnny Cage and Raiden that they're just talking for a long time, and he's like, "You need to be a better person," that type of thing. I would watch this again. It's that enjoyable, but it didn't turn out to be as cool as the trailer seemed to make it be. And what would have made this better? I think I think it's hard to say. I think if they sort of trimmed some of the fat around the exposition, how you got from one moment to the other in terms of the story, which I think is kind of a common issue a lot of times with these modern movies, even TV shows. It's like, here's all these cool ideas. How are we going to sequence them together? And yeah, I don't want to keep bashing Mortal Kombat because to be honest, it was fun to watch. Carl Urban was awesome. All of the actors and the characters were awesome. I had no idea Katana, who was here, was going to be a main character. She was a great main character. The dude that's playing Liu Kang, I remember him from the first one, but in this one, that guy is a beast. Just the way seeing the characters do their martial arts and stuff, it was just, yeah, a lot of fun. Could have been better. There's potential. I think there's more potential. And again, this played a lot more safe and upbeat than I was expecting, but it's still fine. So anyway, that's my review of the Mortal Kombat 2 movie. I think it's good enough. It's enjoyable, but I think there's potential to do more with the franchise. So, all right. Oh, hey, JamKillX, good to see you. Jonas, Hassan, it was an MCU-like kind of movie, like you would say the fatalities were faithfully executed, but I watched it to see two main characters like Katana and Johnny Cage. Yeah, and I think they nailed that. Again, like, yeah, this character, Katana, this actress, great job. Had no idea she was going to be a main character, but it worked out well with the story. All right, now let's go into what I've been playing. So over the weekend, it wasn't too much. Let's see. Xanadu next, playing more of that, having a lot of fun. I might jump into that here in a second, actually. Really good game. Dead. Oh, yeah, that was done. I think I was blocking it. Xanadu next. Okay, and then Dead is Disco. I've talked about this before. It's not expensive. It's in early access. And I'm having fun just putting my own custom music and just playing around that way. There's not really much to this. I think the price is excellent for what the game is. All right, Starlink Battle for Atlas. Yes, the Star Fox hype has got to me. I like Starlink. I put in a lot of time on the Switch version as well. Actually, let's just look it up since we're here. Yeah, so the Switch 11 hours, and then I guess for Xbox One, there's two of them. There's 7 hours, and then there's 16 hours. So I don't know why it works like that, but that's how it works sometimes. And then PC 25 minutes. Anyway, I really like this game, and I got it on the Xbox to have the better graphics. It also has split screen, and that was what was fun. Is actually my brother and I over the weekend tried split screen Starlink. Never thought I'd be doing that. Actually, you know what? I think I might have done that with my youngest a long time ago when it first came out. But anyway, it's actually fun because when we were talking about Star Fox together, we were like, what does Nintendo do other than making it a remake of the N64 game? The new Star Fox. It's like make it open world. That's what they're doing with everything else. Mario Kart, Metroid. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond was kind of built like that. And it seems like even Donkey Kong Bonanza, it's sequences. It's like these open world areas. But anyway, Starlink really is the open world Star Fox. I'm surprised they didn't just double down on that, because playing it with my brothers, like, this is actually really fun. I think I could see myself getting back into Starlink and finishing it. Just the planets you're on, the open world design, going around, destroying things, using all the different weapons you have, flying around if you want, or being on the ground and doing more hover stuff. Starlink is a really good game, probably one of the most underappreciated games, potentially just because in the zeitgeist of gaming, you rarely hear this game being talked about. I even have, and it's in the attic, I meant to get it yesterday, but oh man, I was so busy cleaning. I have the R-Wing that they made, the Star Fox R-Wing that they made for the Switch version. I have that. Wanted to get it out, put it on display. They need a complete edition remaster with all the weapons. Yeah, I agree. This game could use a remaster because it doesn't look the best, but modern technology could allow them to achieve what they're trying to do with having these complete planets that you're flying around and then going into space. It's really cool. I could see myself jumping back into that. Okay. This is interesting. Actually, I did play some more. I should go on, but it's not too big of a deal because I jumped into the N64 to play a little bit of Star Fox, and then I jumped into the NES on Nintendo Switch Online to play some Mario 3 because someone posted a tweet with a GIF, the game GIFs and it showed Mario 3. I was like, man, that really is a game ahead of its time. And I don't think we realize sometimes, like, hear me out on this. Like, the games that got me into games when I was younger were really good. And then over time, I think there's a proportionality of less overall games that did not meet the standards of like Nintendo Mario 3 or Sonic the Hedgehog, and but we accepted it and we've just played all different games and have fun. But then when we go back and look at like in the 90s, early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, between Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario 3, it's like we were lucky to get games that were that good because and I hate to say it that way, like that good as opposed to bad. I think I mean to say games that were very thoughtful in like, there's one thing to be like, hey, look, we can make a game. This is really cool. A lot of nerds during that time, games were being made because people were having fun making the games. But then you have on top of that this layer that Nintendo's really good at. It's like, okay, we want to make games that are fun, but like we want to challenge the user just enough. And I think Nintendo has always been good at that. You challenge the player just enough, but not too much to push them away. So yeah, jumping back to Mario 3, it's like, man, it's just a really good, tight gameplay that stands today. Yeah, so anyway, that's that. Let's move on real quick. Lucky Xbox owners accidentally given early access to Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. So apparently some people that pre-ordered the game have already been playing it. I don't know if this means they're taking it down eventually, which I think is very easy to do. Oh, however, over the past few hours, a patch seems to have blocked access to the game entirely. Anyway, I'm pretty excited about this. Like, the Lego games are pretty fun. I'll passively play them. Went back when that Skywalker Saga came out, the Lego one, I was like, oh, I'm going to pre-order that and play it. And while I played it, at the end of the day, I think it's geared more towards kids. So, and that's fine. But I guess it's to the extent that I wasn't as engrossed in it as I could be. So I'm wondering what they're going to do with this Legacy of the Dark Knight, because the idea is it's a completely open world game, and that is awesome. I would love to be in an open world area, exploring Gotham, whatever. I'm just curious at the degree in which, okay, I've seen a cool ad for a Mobile Suit Ensemble Gundam figure. I'm like, hey, I'd like that. Ads are working. Anyway, open world, is it skew young? I don't know. What would be interesting is, and this is actually kind of an interesting thought, with a lot of the accessibility options we're seeing being put into video games, especially something like Crimson Desert, Silent Hill F, how I was making the puzzles easy because I don't care for puzzles. This allows me to get past them. It would be neat if there are some accessibility options in this game to where if there may be some certain mechanics that seem like it's geared toward a younger audience, maybe there's a slider where you can kind of change how that works in game. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, and then this, some Capcom rumors. Devil May Cry 1 remake. Resident Evil Code Veronica remake. Heard about that so many times. 0, 1 remake. All that makes sense. Resident Evil 10, which seems like it's obvious they'd be working on that. But Claire Redfield would be the RE10 protagonist. And RE10 is developed on the REX engine, which I don't know if that's different than the RE engine. Let's look that up. And then more DLC for RE9, which I still want to play that. Okay. Oh, couldn't. Okay. RE engine. You forgot. Okay, so interesting. So this is from 2 months ago. So the REX engine must be either a. Okay, it's saying right here, REX development direction. New technology, RE plus X, is to be introduced to the existing RE engine in phases. Interesting. Okay, so I see what they're doing there. It's rather than building entirely new engine from scratch, REX or Rex will gradually introduce the new RE plus X technology into the existing RE engine. That's really awesome. That is a really cool workflow for a video game publisher to have for their own engine, so that's to not rely on things like Unreal. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, guys, we're gonna jump into what are we gonna? There's a couple things, but we're gonna jump into Xanadu next. I meant to play more yesterday, and I got busy. Mother's Day, obviously, I didn't talk about that. Did some cool things. Went to IHOP with the mother-in-law, and they have these protein pancakes there. Excellent choice. 37 grams of protein, and then I helped my wife with the garage and some furniture. She wanted to get things done for Mother's Day, and it was actually pretty cool. Okay, you know what? Since I last played on this stream, I figured out a few things. One is like the game, the controls. There's some pretty cool. There's something else I figured I didn't know, like. Especially when playing. Hold on, let me turn that out a little bit. Especially when playing a Steam game, when you go to change the controller layout, you can change it to custom layouts other people have made, and I never knew this because I would go into the discussions and be like, okay, what are people doing with the controls? And I'd say, hey, yeah, go in the options, change your controls. But no, before you even start the game, you could go into the control layouts, and sometimes people have custom layouts. It's pretty interesting. Okay. What I'm doing here is I got to remember the controls. I'm at a boss that's been killing me. I think I could kill it. I might die because I'm forgetting what I had to do. But let's try. And so there's a lot of cool things that are happening with this game that is very Castlevania, very Dark Souls. And then Zelda, I think, with the perspective, but between Castlevania and Dark Souls, like I'm getting the exploration I want, I'm getting the challenge, I'm getting to where I will like kind of grind to get more powerful, but then through the grinding, I'm kind of learning a little bit more about combat and my character. So let's see what I could do with this, because this guy's been killing me. I bet there's a way, just like in any Souls game, where I can figure out how to kill him without getting hit. Okay, I gotta be careful because he might do a long range move that I really hate. I'm trying to just get him in a better spot that's easier to. Because if you hit him just right, and I guess this goes for all enemies, it's like a backstab, like from Bloodborne. Well, I mean, Souls is this, right? Come over here. And I keep forget, yeah, like that. That's a backstab. Oh, and look at that. And there's a way to use potions. This is totally unfair. I'm about to die. Dude, come here. Come this way. I wonder if I have enough time to use a potion. Okay, cool. That's the first time using a potion. Now I'll kind of maybe brute force my way around this dude. No! Man, I want to get him, but he gets stuck. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. You gotta be kidding me. If I have to redo, then I might as well just start. Oh, no, it's... What? Yeah. I might as well die, guys. Maybe I'm being a little... Okay, we're gonna try this again. I've had him down to a sliver. It just depends as you fight him where he ends up going. So let's do it again. And I guess I could kind of grind and level up more. Let's see. Yeah, I might as well do that. Actually, I think that was my plan. I said when I was gonna play games, I'm about to level up, and I'll be able to level up my magic. So here's what's interesting too, and what I like about it is like when you go out into the world to like, you know, grind, level up, you can get everything. And I mean, like, let's say there's a chest. It will be there again with the same items. And like I have enough gold or currency to where I can like buy nearly everything in the shop. So grinding is very beneficial. Yeah, and I'm at a point where these guys only do one damage. So yeah, and if you clear all the enemies in a section, you get a chest. Because I think if I level up again, I'm gonna have enough. My stats are gonna be high enough that I can wear some better armor, and then I'll be able to kill that salamander boss. And, you know, like Souls and Castlevania, and maybe even other games, it's funny how you'll get to a certain status level where, like, that guy did a lot of damage, but sometimes it'll only be like 1 damage done to you. This is truly a PSP game. Yeah, this would be actually a great PSP game. Especially considering the touchscreen. Wait, PSP was touchscreen, was it? Or was it not? I totally forget now. Pretty sure it was. Okay. Am I close? I'll get closer here because these guys are worth a lot more. Maybe. That's nice to get another potion. That's why it's worth grinding. You get potion, money. I mean, I've gone through this area like 4 times. Okay, let's see where I'm at. Still have a ways to go. But I'm about to level up my magic, so let me just do that a bit. Oh, almost. Ooh, did I just get a card? That was completely random. Probably literally. How they designed it. Alright. Getting there. Oh, okay, so my magic did level up. That's cool. But if I can get myself to this next level, yeah, again, I think I'll have enough points to maybe upgrade. Alright, I bet if I fight some of the guys over here, always a chest, which is great. And then I can get shot. Almost there. Oh, and I forgot you could change the camera around, so that helps. Oh, a key. It is so worth grinding. Because keys you usually have to buy, so. Alright, where are we at? Oh, we're so close. Alright. 597. I don't know if these guys... Oh, there we go. Okay. What time is it? My action figure's blocking the clock. Okay. I got some time. What I'm going to try to do is, just in case, save my game. Since I did all that grinding. Allocate bonus points. So, I don't know. Actually, let me exit. I'm gonna go to the armory and see what levels some of my stats need to be in order for me to get some of it. So, like, for instance, I'm going to want to get this. So 11, 13. Oh, that's gonna take a while. 11, 14. I don't think I have enough for that. Maybe 11, 14, and 11. Let's see. Okay, I'll be back. All right, I don't think bonus points. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have enough because this has to be that and then that. But that's okay. Let me do something. Because then next time I can just do it across those. And here's the thing. Early on in the game, I was throwing everything at strength. And I probably shouldn't have. And they even tell you that when you talk to everyone at the beginning. They say, hey, do it this way, do it that way, so you can get your points. Okay, let me think. Let me check one thing real quick. Okay, so... Okay, I could grab one of these. Not that. Almost. So... Okay, this will give me... Let's do it. And I think this is like the only place that I can easily do this. Okay. Anyway. It's kind of hard sometimes to mess with the menu in game because this was made for mouse and keyboard. But again, someone has a thing on there where you can use right stick for mouse. Alright, we're at 829, but let's just go see if I can beat the boss. And I'm just gonna run straight there, just like in any Souls or Castlevania game. Ready for the boss. Oh, let's just grab this while we're there. Yeah. Thank you. Alright, and then these guys, catch them off guard. Alright, let's do this. I remember when I would first fight this guy, my attacks only did 1 damage. Think about that. Oh, and that's a lot less right there. Man, I'm trying to get the backstab. combo. Oh no. I pretty much got it this time. Look at the difference of leveling up just then. Nice. You handled that quite well, didn't you? Uh-oh. Oh yeah, this person showed up before I fought the boss. There was like an earlier area, I met them, and they were like, find the store with a circle or something. From now on, you're going to be my partner. Yikes. Very bossy. Okay. Hey, Steven, good to see you. Handle thing, charge of monster disposal, and then I'll come along after that. Sounds normal. Okay. So, I wonder... Oh, see, I needed a key. Oh, wait, did I not open that? Hold up. Okay. Spellbook. So what you usually do with that, if I'm not mistaken, is you just use it. And now I've learned that. But, hold up. I don't know. Oh, is that this right here? And I think I move it into a spot so then I can change. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Here's something. Is there gonna be a save area around here? If not, and because it's that time, I'm just gonna head back to town and save. Gotta go down this way because the other way's blocked. Oops. 605. Well, cool. I'm telling you, this game is really cool. It just has such great pacing for the type of games I like, of exploring, overcoming challenges, leveling up, you know, stuff like that. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna head out. That was a lot of fun. I'll be back tomorrow on the Gundam Explained morning show. So until then, have a good one. See y'all.